falsely shows her age as 18.
You loved her?
Yeah.
Are you uncomfortable talking about her?
Not really uncomfortable, but just very respectful.
That part of the story is of interest because first indication that Robert Kelly might be interested in very young women. That's why that's of
interest.
interest.
On who's interested in that story.
Of course, a lot of people were interested in that story, especially when word broke that the two had secretly married.
You tried to hide that at some point. That you didn't get, but you did, right?
I vowed that I would not even discuss any of the past, any negative things about Aaliyah. So my memories of Aaliyah.
But that's not a negative thing, though, that you loved her, is it?
Oh, I already said I loved her.
In 2001, Aaliyah was killed in a plane crash. Her funeral procession included a horse-drawn carriage and a white coffin. Even though Aaliyah and Kelly's marriage had been annulled years earlier by her parents, her death rekindled questions about Kelly's possible relationships with teenage girls.
Do you think that it is immoral for an older man to have sex with an underage girl?
Rephrase the question.
For an older man to have sex with an underage girl, someone under 17, do you view that as an immoral thing, if they're in love?
If they're in love, I really can't be the judge of that.
This is the girl of my fantasy. But judging R. Kelly became a pastime in Chicago, as rumors of his fascination with underage girls continued to spread.
When this controversy started, people who'd been following R. Kelly's career weren't saying, I never would have expected R. Kelly. I mean, there was some notion that this wasn't a complete surprise. And again, some people chose to believe it, some people chose to ignore it.
But the rumors could no longer be ignored after this videotape surfaced. The videotape allegedly shows Kelly having sex with a 14-year-old girl and is considered to be the centerpiece in a criminal case in which Kelly is charged with 14 counts of child pornography.
Well, last count I had, I think, was maybe 6 or 7 lawsuits filed by various women against you.
When there's blood in the water, here comes the sharks.
Y'all catch that? I saw a lot of clues in what was said. But anyways, this video was more so to give you an update to his case. Even to this day, after looking at all these different interviews and hearing these people talk about these rumors about R. Kelly, and the video you just saw was 2004, and here it is 2020. So they are telling us that after all these years, they want to now include an alleged bribery action, which wasn't even carried out by R. Kelly, to get married to this girl. All these facts that have emerged since R. Kelly has been arrested gives so much reasonable doubt. But this video is just a quick update to let you know, in case you haven't went by my community tab, the hearing that was set for today was rescheduled for December 22nd at 10 a.m. The presence of the defendants have been waived for the defendants. At the end of the day, we already know every time there's news about R. Kelly coming out, there's always going to be these distractions. But if you just focus on the facts, and if even you know of any person we could send this information to with bigger platforms that would take interest in the facts and not the scandals and not the rumors, then maybe we may get a little ahead of this whole thing. Right now, a lot of people seem to be playing games. But it's a lot of people that we have brought this truth to that are starting to see this case is full of holes and leaves so much reasonable doubt. That should be our focus.
Against Kelly.
You've settled some of these lawsuits out of court, right?
Can't talk about it.
Even the ones that are not in trial
I
anymore,
can't talk
not
about
in litigation.
anything pertaining to me and lawsuits and things like that.
Let me ask you a question, just more broadly now. Last count I had, I think, was maybe 6 or 7 lawsuits filed by various women against you. a shred of truth in any of that, as far as you're concerned? Any of the allegations?
The only thing I can say about that is the sharks. When there's blood in the water, here comes the sharks.
Kelly says the lawsuits are about money and fantasies. People who want his money and people who believe his music fantasies.
There's so much that people don't know about Robert. They don't know Robert. They see this guy popping crystal in a video with a nice suit on and diamonds everywhere. You got women around him every day, 24 hours a day. But when you do it on a video and it's ran 20 million times a day, all day long, people, they're forced to have this impression of you. And you can't blame them.
Do you feel like you're paying a price for this persona that you created, this image that you created?
Yes.
Hell yes was going to be the answer.
Yeah, it was. I'm trying to contain myself.
I know you are.
I created my music and I did videos, and the video has to make sense. If it's a bump and grind video, then it's going to be a bump and grind song. If it's an I Believe I Can Fly song, I believe I can fly. It's going to be somewhere in the cornfield and pretty beautiful egos and things like that. I think people should think the same thing when they go to the movies and they see Arnold Schwarzenegger cut somebody's head off or chop somebody's head off or shoot somebody 20 times in the chest. That's a movie. It's entertainment. I entertain. That doesn't mean he's going to come out of the movie and go do that to somebody. This all entertainment.
But with all respect, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger is not charged with child pornography.
But he could be. And he could be charged with anything. It still doesn't matter. I'm that star up in the sky. I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it. I'm the world's greatest.
Live to you. Facebook.